Deze keer in team Verstappen 3 dames die hard werken achter de schermen. De hospitality hostesses van Minardi. Ze stellen zich eerst even voor.
My name is Ilaria Rambaldi.
My name is Jo. Laura.
What does it mean working as a hostess?
Basically, I look after all the guests and the team and serve them tea and coffee and give them everything that we can possibly give them.
Like lunches, stuff like that?
Food, and we try and chit-chat to them a little bit as well, give them a bit of information about the racing.
Were you a Formula One fan before you came here?
I was, yes, but I'm a less of a fan now, I think, because I'm around it so much.
Working it is less fun than looking to it from the outside?
It's very different, I think. People don't realise what's involved. As a spectator, I never knew what was involved within the paddock and especially hospitality, but now I have more of an idea, obviously.
What other things do you mean? Politics or the working hours or travelling?
Everything. The travelling involved, the working hours, everything that goes into it, the planning behind it all is unbelievable, and I would not have realised it until I worked in it.
Since when do you work for Minardi?
I started to work for Minardi 3 years ago, and I worked for 2 years in the factory as a switchboard operator. And then I started with the Grand Prix of Imola to work in the races, and honestly I prefer doing this job than staying in the factory.
You're Italian, Minardi is Italian. Can you only work for Minardi? Would you like to go to other teams also?
Who knows? You never know what's around the corner, so maybe.
You work now for Minardi. You used to work for Arrows, also at a difficult time at Arrows. Was it difficult for you also?
I think as hospitality we don't really feel it too much because we don't get involved in all the politics and the meetings and discussions. We have to, you know, provide the service whatever is, you know, happening within the team. So we don't realise it too much what's happening at all.
But still, is Minardi more fun or different because it's Italian, more or less Italian?
It's very different, very different. It's a lot more relaxed, but then again I think a lot more disorganised. Not as professional, I don't think, as Arrows was.
Is it more fun or is it more difficult?
More fun, definitely, just because it is more relaxed. But I think that also makes your job more difficult.
Having worked with Arrows and now with Minardi, you always run into Dutch people. How about your Dutch guests?
They're fantastic. They're always very polite, they're nice, they're fun, and they're always, you know, chit-chatty, and they're not hard work like some guests can be.
Which guests?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
How about Jos?
Oh, Jos is great. He's much more fun here at Minardi. I think he's much more relaxed to when he was at Arrows. Maybe he had more pressure on him there, I don't know. But he is a lot more relaxed than when he was at Arrows.
There's a lot of talk about where Jos should race next year. Should he stay with Minardi?
Yes, I think he should. I think it suits him, the relaxed atmosphere, and, you know, I don't think there is as much pressure down at this end of the paddock than there is up at the top end. I think he likes that better.
Will you stay?
At Minardi? Who knows? Who knows? You can never tell until the end of the season.
And what brought you, a British girl, to the Italian Minardi team?
I got the job in a job centre, actually. It was advertised there as a hostess, so just came because I happen to live in the same town as some of the chefs.
But did you know about Formula One at the time?
Yeah, I've always followed Formula One quite closely because my father was into it when I was younger, so I have kind of grown up with it, but I hadn't ever wanted, you know, to work in it as a career, so it was quite a surprise.
In the paddock, the Minardi motorhome is famous because of the cappuccino, which is so good. Do you get some special training for it or something like that?
No, it's because we have proper Italian coffee here, so it's all in the coffee beans.
It's all in the machine and the beans?
It's all in the machine and the beans, and made with a little bit of love from us 3 girls.